This is the Beastmode Developments YouTube channel, so welcome. Welcome guys. What's up guys? On today's video what we are going to be doing is we're going to be stripping down a gearbox, DSG gearbox, DQ250. So this belongs to a friend of mine. He has a very fast Seat Leon Cupra. I think it's a Leon anyway. But his car's running 630, I believe, maybe 620. 630 brake horsepower. And I've driven this car myself. And believe me, the car is a savage. Definitely the fastest car I've ever driven. But he had an issue where he kept ruining gearboxes. So he's given this to me. Said, Ash, can you pull it apart? He's got an uprated diff in there. So I'm going to pull this gearbox apart today. Just need to go and pull the van. I'm still in morning mode. I need to pull the tray out of the van that I bought for stripping it down in, because I just really can't deal with the oil everywhere. So let me go get that out of the van and get started. Just something I tend to do often, which really isn't smart, is I just buy stuff. I know what I want and I buy it. But looking at the size of that looks like a small paddling pool. Obviously it's gonna do the job because we're able to strip the gearbox and put both sides side by side. But I could have done with one, maybe half. Yeah, half. So this is 120 by 120. I could have done 120 by 60 or 120 by 80. But this will do anyway. So I'm going to get that gearbox up on the engine crane and I'm going to drain it out because I don't know. I believe there will still be gearbox oil in there. So we want to minimize the amount of oil that we get in there. It's a drip tray obviously for a reason, but trying to pick this up to drain it out is going to be very irritating because of the size. So I'll drain as much oil out as I can out of the gearbox. Then we will put it into the oil drum and we're going to get started on stripping the gearbox. So as you can see, there's more oil, more DSG oil coming out of the actual cover. And I've given it, I probably won't hit the gearbox again because it might fall off of this. But once I've got this drained, I'll bring the gearbox over to the tray and then we can start stripping it properly. What we do get is around this DSG gearbox plug, it is very stiff to come off sometimes. Even to the point I've also been very paranoid I'm going to break stuff or break the plug, which is one thing that you don't want to do. So I'm going to give it a bit of lube and start levering it off. WD-40 around that. There we go. So that's your mechatronics. There's solenoids, two solenoids here. That on the very rare occasion you may have to change if you're having gearbox issues. I have done it in the past, but it didn't solve the person's issues. It was actually down to the map. So yeah, I can remove this mechatronics now and then I will continue stripping the gearbox and splitting it apart and showing you guys how it's done. Right, so now I've got the mechatronics off. I'll just show you guys which bolts I had to loosen. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on this side, and then there's 5 on this side as well, so there's 10 altogether. He had a feeling, he said, when you drop the oil you're probably going to see a load of metal or a load of shavings. There was a little bit of shavings in there, as you can see, but what's more alarming is what I can see through the gaps. So I don't know if you guys can see that properly, but geez, it is looking a bit worse for wear. So there's one tooth there completely annihilated. I can see another tooth over there completely, well, I can see one tooth that's jammed, and some more shavings up here. So first we're going to start by taking the clutch packs out, so you can actually get this with the screwdriver. You're probably better off using 2 hands to do this. So 2 hands, 2 screwdrivers. You get one to slightly pull it out. Come on. And the other to slip behind, and there you have it. That's that ring out. So a giant circlip, outwards facing. You can literally hear all of the bits of metal inside this gearbox rattling around. Right, so it took me a while to get the main basket off. It was on there pretty solid, so I had to get a crowbar and lever it off. So now that that's off, I can access the last 3 bolts there, and then finally get this gearbox split. So just so you guys know, I didn't have to take all of the plates out of the actual clutch basket. So yeah, clutch plates look okay. I'm gonna whiz these bolts out now and then crack on. So you can see in there all the metal filings. He's done a proper job here. So all the metal filings in there, everywhere. And this lovely gear that is absolutely shredded. So there is the uprated diff. I'm not sure, quaff differential. See it there? Some of his teeth from the box. Right, so we have the gearbox completely stripped now. One side of the casing, another side of the casing. We've got the oil filter there for the gearbox, and we can see one ruined gear there. All the teeth are dead and gone off of that one, which is what we see down there. And the same on this one, again completely ruined, and that is what we call biz power. So yeah, absolutely demolished. And this isn't his first gearbox. He has done quite a few gearboxes now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to clean up, start putting this stuff away, clean up the diff, clean up the clutch packs, put them back in the basket. There was a lot more than this, but these are just the bigger bits, and we can see how badly damaged the gears are. So both of those. So that is it. That should be it, intact. And you see the gap that we've got there. So it's absolutely ruined, chunks of teeth. Just imagine how much power you have to be putting down to rip the teeth off straight. And these are some of the other bits. So we can see the magnets have done a very good amount of work with catching some of the chunks. I mean, yeah, you can see basically that's 1, 2, 3, 4 magnets and a large magnet on the oil filter. There was actually quite a few of these bits inside the oil filter, so don't know if you can hear that, but yeah, that's where we're at. So gearbox casings are back together now, and over here in the very busy corner we've got the mechatronics. So I spoke with Biz, my mate Biz, and I said, you know, I don't know if the mechatronics is any good because of the missing wire that I found, and he explained to me that his car doesn't have the same wire that the O2Q gearboxes in the 2-litre Tiffer size have, blah blah blah. So yeah, that's all good. That's ready to go back to him. The diff is ready to go back to him, and I've also rebuilt the clutch packs. So the clutch packs are now all back together, as you can see. So DCT stage 3 clutch in that, and now because he's running a complete different gearbox, he doesn't need those clutch packs anymore. So yeah, quite a crazy amount of damage with that. But he said to me, Ash, look, just take it away, strip it. All I want is this and this. I just really want to see what the damage was, what caused the gearbox to fail. We don't know what the cause was. Biz power. That's the cause. The cause is biz power. So I want my caddy to be as powerful as Biz is, see it, because it's crazy. It's crazy. And I've like I said, I've driven his car before, and I can't say I've driven a more powerful car. The way his car drives, when it does grip, it is ridiculous. Like literally feels like it's pulling and pulling and pulling. You can come off the throttle, go back on, and it's gonna feel like you've just hit boost again. So that, yeah, that's some goals right there. So we've got some ideas with the Beastmode caddy anyway. As you guys can see, the exhaust exit, bonnet exit exhaust exit, bonnet exit exhaust there. I have started buying more parts, so we have got now turbo, elbow and intake pipe. I also have some other bits which I'm not going to show you right now, but we will be looking at getting them lasered, etched with the Beastmode logo, so that we can produce these parts, or so I can produce these parts for you guys with the EA 888s and some of the TFSIs and stuff like that. So we still got a long way to go with this. Something a little bit different today. Hopefully some of you guys can learn from the video I've done. I don't know, with this gearbox I was a bit out of my depths because I've never taken a gear set out of a DSG box, so for me it was very irritating. I did have trouble getting the actual clutch basket out of the gearbox. But thank you again for watching, guys, and I will see you next time. Peace.